All right, welcome back to part 2. Now, jumping right in, the last thing that we could do to our pre-submix track here is to add chorus. And you can do that. You can select new modulation in chorus. Now, I'm not going to be putting this on my track. This is an option for you to do. You can put it directly on the track, or you can create another parallel track with chorus on it. I'm going to be skipping this step because I feel like I would rather just keep all of our pans the way they are. I don't want any more modulation since it's already a full tone across the stereo spectrum. So that's what we're going to be doing here. So now, the next thing is to just start putting and creating these parallel tracks. So I'm going to create a new bus 19. This is going to be the compression track, the parallel compression. So this is going to be backing comp. All right. And then I'm going to slap another compressor on there. And now I'm going to be shooting for around 13 to 15 decibels of reduction here. Circuit type, I'm going to, again, choose vintage FET. I'm going to have a higher ratio because we need to get a higher amount of reduction, compression from this. And so I'm just going to play with this and see what we get here. Oh, I should also note that we need to turn the sense volume up to 0 since we're doing parallel compression. Alright, did a quick volume transparency check there, and we were all good. Now I was getting about 13 decibels of reduction, which is within the range that we specified, and it's all good. Now what happens here is that we need to mix these two together to get our parallel compression. Our submix and then our parallel compression track creates this parallel compression paradigm, and so that's what we're going for here. So next thing, we want to create that parallel reverb track. Now we are trying to shoot for a reverb longer than that was used on the main vocal track. The idea of reverb here is that the longer the reverb, the farther in the background it is going to seem. It's going to push the track farther into the background. And since these are backing vocals, we want a longer, obviously a longer reverb than our main vocals. So backing reverb. Then I'm going to select a space designer. I have a personal preference for vocals towards plate reverbs. You can also do rooms and halls. Those three are probably what you're going to want for vocals, but choose and do what you want. Let's try this vocal plate here. I'm going to turn the max all the way up and allow a little bit more to go through. And the reason for this is because since it's a parallel track, we don't really need any of the original in it since we already have that original. So. Alright, so when mixing with the normal vocals again, it still sounds like we want it to, so we are on the right track. The vocals, the backing vocals are a little bit hot here, but we're going to be fixing that with the post submix in just a second, so do not worry about that. And finally is going to be our delay. So create a new bus. Let's call this one backing delay. Now you can use whatever delay you want here. It doesn't really matter too much. I actually like the tape delay, so that's what I'm going to select. And usually what I like about this is the defaults are exactly what I want. So let's increase this a little bit and see what we get for delay. Alright, so that sounds good to me. Let's play it again. We're going to mix in the normal vocals.
Peace of mind.
All right, it's looking good, looking good. Now, if we were to go back to this diagram, we have all of the tracks that we've created up to this point routed back into a new post submix. So let's do that right now. I'm just going to grab all of these auxiliary tracks that we've been creating. Instead of stereo out, we're going to bus them to a new bus 22, which is going to be the post backing vocals. All right, so now this volume fader controls our reverb, our delay, our original track, and our compression, all in this one, combined into this one submix, and that's exactly what we're going for here. So at this point, all we have to do is mix it back in with the main vocals and with our track. So let's do that right now. Alright, sounds good to me. Maybe even a little bit hotter in the mix, and you can go back and play with that and do what you want. But really, that's the entire, from beginning to end, something that I would do. I might play around with some chorus, like I said, but that's just a very basic base case for backing vocals. And everyone, thanks for watching. If you would like to see more tutorials or pick my next tutorial, go check out the survey in the description below and choose my next tutorial. And I'll be seeing you all very soon. Have a great day.